Have you ever wondered why some managers can walk into a room and instantly command attention, while others struggle to keep their team engaged? The difference often comes down to one simple skill: storytelling. Forget endless PowerPoint presentations and dry reports. Storytelling, when applied well, can transform how you engage your team, present ideas to stakeholders, and drive meaningful change within your organization. In today's video, we're going to show you exactly how to use storytelling to become a more effective manager by diving into the actual science of why storytelling works and giving you practical techniques you can use in your next team meeting. But before we dive into the how, let's understand the why. When we tell stories, something incredible happens in our brains. When you share a well-crafted story with your team, their brains can release 3 powerful hormones that transform how they receive and remember your message. First, there's dopamine. When you create suspense or anticipation in your story, dopamine floods your listeners' brains. This is why they lean forward, why they can't wait to hear what happens next. It's literally their brain's way of saying, "This is important, pay attention." Next up is oxytocin, often called the trust hormone. When you share authentic emotional moments in your story, your team's brains release oxytocin. This is what builds those crucial bonds of trust and empathy that every great manager needs to build with their team. Finally, we have endorphins. These are released when you incorporate moments of humor or positive emotion into your story. They help keep your team relaxed, creative, and engaged. But here's the really incredible part about the impact storytelling has on your brain. Studies have shown that stories can increase message retention by up to 22 times compared to just presenting facts and figures alone. So, as a manager, you're not just telling stories, you're literally changing your team's brain chemistry to create stronger connections and more memorable messages. So now you know why storytelling is so important, let's dive into the 5 core storytelling techniques that will transform how you communicate with your team. The first technique is setting the scene. Great stories begin by anchoring your audience in a specific place. Instead of diving straight into data, start with where the story takes place. For example, you could say, "Last Tuesday morning, I was standing in our main conference room facing a boardroom full of skeptical managers." This immediate scene setting helps your team visualize the situation and prepares them for what's coming next. This also helps create suspense and tension, triggering dopamine release. The second technique is called action description. This is where you make your story dynamic. Don't just tell people what happened, show them the action unfolding. Instead of saying, "We discovered a solution," you could say, "I'm rapidly clicking through customer feedback," when suddenly a pattern emerges. Each comment points to the same unexpected solution, and I can't believe my eyes. Focusing on actions creates a sense of movement and urgency that keeps your audience engaged. The third technique is sharing authentic thoughts. Don't be afraid to reveal your genuine thoughts from crucial moments. Instead of saying, "I was concerned about the project timeline," try saying, "I thought to myself, there's no way we're going to hit this deadline. How am I going to tell the client?" This window into your thoughts builds trust and relatability with your team, which also means their brains release oxytocin. Fourth, we have show, don't tell emotions. When sharing emotional moments, describe how these emotions played out physically. Instead of saying, "The team was excited," try saying, "I watched as people sat up straighter, their eyes widened, and the energy in the room completely changed." By helping them to visualize people's feelings, you help your audience connect with the emotional impact of key moments. Finally, the 5th storytelling technique is called use real dialogue. Instead of just summarizing an interaction with someone, share the exact exchange word for word. For example, you might say, "The client leaned forward, looked me in the eyes and said to me, 'This is exactly what we've been looking for. When can you start?'" By incorporating actual conversations, you will make your stories more dynamic and memorable for your audience. One final thing to remember: the goal isn't to become a master storyteller overnight. nor do you need to use all 5 techniques in every story. But if you start incorporating these techniques one at a time, you'll soon notice the difference in how your team engages with your messages. And if you want to be so good at communicating that you become a super communicator, watch this next video.